So the government is now going to take land from farmers, all right? Forcibly take it. And they're saying, oh, we'll give you some money, we'll pay you for it. But they are forcibly taking the land, and they are doing it in the name of the environment, all right? This is getting so extreme, so insane. And it's shutting down our industry, shutting down our food, all right? And now the government is stepping in and essentially stealing farmers' land. They paid for this farm, they paid for this land, they want this land to farm on, and the government's coming in and saying, this is our land, literally taking it, it's government land now for conservation, and shutting down farmers. And they're saying, hey, we'll give you money, so it's fair, it's just compensation, it's fine, we can do that. It's like eminent domain laws, they can come take stuff. So it's very similar, and they're doing this for the environment now, for conservation of land. All right, this is very serious. This is a shutdown of our farms. All right, so this is happening right now in the Netherlands. This is coming to the United States very soon, though. We've already seen farmers, organic farmers, Amish farmers, raw milk farmers, all these different kinds of farmers being targeted by the FDA, literally having farmers being raided by the federal government because they're not following their perfect food standards. People should be able to eat whatever food they want to eat if it's a voluntary choice, all right? But this is coming to the United States as well. This is happening in the Netherlands. This is part of why the Dutch farmers are protesting still right now, all right? And there's been a new development. This is a new development on it. It says, an official has come out that's the head of this policy making for these insane policies they're implementing. He said, in some cases, we'll have to ask farmers to stop farming. The environment cannot handle so many farmers. All right. This guy sounds like a genius to me, first of all right? So we'll have to ask farmers to stop farming. The environment cannot handle so many farmers. Like, well, can people handle not having farmers? People need to eat food. What about humans? All right. And I love the environment. I love the outdoors. That's why I live in Colorado. Right. I love nature. All right. I want to preserve nature too. But this is extreme. He's saying we need to shut down farmers. He also went on to say, quote, we have to be honest. There will be farmers that will have to quit. Eventually, there will be no choice, farmers and government, but to start over. All right? For farmers and government, but to start over. So he's saying, like, just quit, buddy. Just quit farming, quit growing food for your local community. I'm sure all these farmers feed hundreds of people, potentially thousands of people, some of these farmers. All right? And the government's just like, oh, just quit, buddy. Just they were literally saying they're gonna try to integrate them into like other job fields, like it's like the new we're in the code, but for farmers now. And it's not even like technology is taking over and making farms like very robotic, which is happening. This isn't even what the problem is. The problem is government is coming in and shutting down, saying there's too many farmers. It's not good for the environment. I don't think they're just growing food for fun. I think they're growing food and people are buying it and eating it. Okay? You know what I mean? It's like they're not just farming for fun, for free, and just giving it all away and it's just like excess food. People are buying this food. They have a business. They have people that depend on them to buy this food. They wouldn't be a business if people weren't buying their product. And they're saying, we don't need your product. So what are these people going to eat? Who's going to fill the gap? We've already seen food shortages, all right? We've already seen gas price increases. I was talking yesterday about how OPEC has declined 2 million barrels a day of oil drilling, and that's going to affect gas prices, diesel prices. Tractors are going to be more expensive to operate. Truckers are going to be more expensive to travel across the country. Ships are going to be more expensive to ship across the ocean. All right, this is going to affect everything, and they're purposely shutting this down? Why is this happening? And Canada announced just a few months after these massive protests sparked in the summer in the Netherlands, they announced that they are essentially following the same exact plan, all right, to cut nitrogen by massive amounts. This article was saying that in some areas, the nitrogen needs to be cut, which means their fertilizer needs to be cut, their cattle production needs to be cut because their cattle urinate ammonium nitrate. There's ammonium nitrate in your, or ammonium in your, ammonium nitrate in your urine, okay? And it's literally part of the nitrogen cycle, and they're saying in some areas you have to lower it by 70%, all right? It's on average 30% reduction of the entire farming industry, all right? And Canada has announced the same thing, and the United States is on the same plan too. It's called 2050 net zero, or net carbon zero 2050 or something like that. 2050 net carbon zero. That's the plan, is to apparently be no carbon, which makes no sense because humans literally breathe carbon out every breath. Every time I'm talking, there's carbon dioxide coming out of my mouth. Okay, I don't understand. This is very dystopian. This is gonna be the excuse for everything, guys. Once again, I love the environment. I have freaking mountains on my shirt, and I'm wearing a Rocky Mountain National Park hat. Okay, I love parks. I love the environment. I love nature. I love animals. But this is insane. This is dystopian. We are shutting down farmers in the name of the environment when people need to eat too. People should be the top priority of being taken care of, all right? So let me know what you guys are doing. What are you doing to get prepared? If you don't have your skills up on growing food, you really need to get that up, because that's going to be one of the, once it really hits the fan, if things go down, the grid's down, there's a nuclear war, there's massive food shortages, food riots, whatever happens, what happens after? What do you do after, right? That's what I always think about is, okay, we can get through this, but then what do we do when the smoke clears? Then what? The supply chains are screwed. There's no Walmart, there's no Target, there's no dollar store, there's no trucks moving, all right? What do we do in that situation? And so get your skills up, guys, because that's going to be the number one thing when it hits the fan. Is probably security, water, and food. All right, those are like the top three things, and probably community as well if it hits the fan, because you're gonna have to come together with people too. You're gonna have to talk with your neighbors, or else they're gonna become hostile. Possibly they might try to take your stuff. So it's best to like give them a job, give them, have skills, know how to grow food, and you can be like, hey, you can help me grow these potatoes. Show them how to do stuff. Give him stuff to do on your homestead so he can get his homestead going too. You know what I mean? It's like build a community, be a leader in your community, be the example, guys, because that's the next thing that's coming. That's why it's so important to be prepared, because you could be the only one in your neighborhood that's prepared, right? You could be the only one, and you might have to step up and be a leader in that situation. And you know what I mean? Share your knowledge, share your skills, kind of show people, like tell people, like, this is what's been happening. Like, this is why this happened. Like, this is who did it. Like, this was not on accident. You know what I mean? Like, kind of, you might have to step up, all right, if it really hits the fan. So I know I'm rambling here, guys, but seriously, skills are the most valuable thing. And if it hits the fan, that's why books are so important. Knowledge is so important, because they can't take it away from you. That's something you can always, if you know how to rebuild from scratch, then you can be given anything. You can be given a dusty old plot, and you can turn it into something fruitful, something that's productive, right? So thank you guys for watching. Stay prepared. This is a shutdown of our food system and our food industry. For sure, 100%. They even admit it. They're just like, there's too many farmers. Like, I never thought we would get to a day where government officials are saying, There's too many farmers, man. Too much food. It's too much, especially when we're having all these shortages and price increases, inflation, empty shelves, all this stuff, and then they're saying there's too many farmers. Like I thought the solution was everyone grow food and everyone farm, but I guess not. I don't know. All right. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have blessings in your life. All right. And thank you guys for blessing me by watching me and listening to me ramble. And you guys have a blessed day.